Hey, David here with Guide Recommended. We're going to tie up this rubber-legged wonder called the girdle bug. Really effective little fly. These rubber legs just do something to fish. So tough to kind of, categorize this fly. It could be a streamer, could be a nymph. I mostly fish this as I'm almost going to call it a dead drift nymph. Lots of wood where I like to fish, smaller rivers, lots of blowdowns in there. I will toss this guy up into the wood, let it dribble along those branches along the shoreline, like it in a gray and also a rusty brown. Long rubber legs on that guy. But simple fly to tie. The rubber legs that you get to play with in this can be used on all kinds of flies as well. And of course, go to that link below. I'll have the materials list, link in the description. Let's get into it. All right, let's tie the girdle bug with our number 8 3X long hooks. A nice long hook. Little change of pace from the other flies we've been tying. Let's get her in there good and tight. We're going to use some chenille. It's a variegated black and brown. Might have enough here. We get to play with some rubber legs this time around as well. And it's not in the instructions, but I'm going to put a little piece of lead on this. So let's put our thread base down. Or brown number 8. So I'm going to wrap back. I'm going to come back to about the midpoint. I just got a little scrap piece of lead. I would probably normally put more lead than this in, but this is what I had laying on the table. Start it out, wrap it around. Normally about 9 to 10 wraps. I'm just putting probably 4 on here, right? 4 or 5. Flatten it out with my thumb. Alright. I like putting some thread, not necessarily completely covering the lead, a little base over it. I don't want the thread, I don't want the chenille to sink in. I also like my flies to be pretty durable, so that's why you just saw me put a little bit of head cement. Rubber legs. If you can learn to tie rubber legs and things like this with as small of a piece of rubber as you can. So I'm going to cut these at about 1.5 inches each, maybe 2 inches each. The reason is, as you wrap, it's easier to dodge them when they're a shorter leg. Alright, so we got our first one. Let's get our thread back to about our barb. I take both of them, put them in one hand, both together about the same length, and wrap it down. A couple good wraps on top, right? One underneath, lock it in, another couple on top. That guy is in. Chenille. This might not be enough chenille, but we'll try it. Pick off about 1/4 inch. Here's probably the trick that I found makes this fly work out real well. As you're tying in the chenille, right, have that stripped off section about 1/4 inch. You want to have that stripped off part start right at the base of that rubber, right? Wrap that in good. Since we got a little bit of that head cement there, it's going to kind of hold on to it. Here's a little tip for you as well. Keep this out of the way. Wrap it around your vise a couple times. All right, let's go up to our 1/3 Tie in our next leg. Up on top, match them up, pull, down, cross wrap. That guy is in. Up another third. Wrap it around so I'm pushing towards the camera or away from me. Sorry, you guys. Towards the camera, away from me, up. Keep it on both hands. Pull down, right? Wrap. And if you can, cross wrap. This is where it gets nice having the shorter legs. Right? I got a cross wrap. Wrap. Come up to the about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch from the eye. One more. These are going to be the antennae going forward. Alright, pull them up. Got that in place where I want it, about a 1/4 inch. Right? This one, pull them forward. Right? Down. If you get the rubber on top of the hook correctly, it will spread out nice. Right? Okay, leave the hook or the thread there. Now this is why I like, let's back this up so you can see it. So you can see a little, my dead spot with that chenille. It's tied in though, right? Because that's where I stripped off that. I go underneath once, over once, and just thread in between, right? And now I got my tail sticking out and up nice. The other thing you have to do is you have to wrap almost up onto and then back onto the rubber legs in order to get them to stand out nice, right? So I'm not really onto the rubber behind it yet, so one more wrap behind, right? Okay, got it nice. A wrap in front, got it nice, right? And then once you get it wrapped like that, you can adjust the leg position. All right, so onto the leg just a little bit, pushes everything forward. Next wrap, pull my legs back onto the rubber again, right? Reposition because I've done that. Now, before I get too close to the eye, I tie off my chenille, cut it down, right? Pull my antennae back, lock that all in nice, put a head in, half hitch I should say, snip it off, head cement. Again, I like using bodkin. Place that in there nice. You want it to absorb in. That is our girdle bug.